Hi. In this lesson, let's replace this validation with validation using Zot. For this, we need to install Zot itself into the web app project. We already installed it before, but we installed it in the backend. Now we need it in the web app. We will also need a small adapter for Formic to integrate Zot with Formic. Let's install them. Zot and Formic validator Zot. Installing web app. Installation. We will need to import with Zot schema from Formic validator Zod, and import Zod itself. Zod itself. All right, now let's comment this out and rewrite it all using Zod. It should be more readable and concise. Validate with Zod schema. And here you need to pass the Zod schema itself. So let's write it. Now Copilot will write for us. We will just verify. All right, Zod object. Okay, all right, let's write it ourselves. So, name is a string. And it must be at least one character. There. This completely replaces this expression in the given context. All right, good. Now let's deal with the nickname. It's more complex. Yes, it also looks like a string with at least one character, but we also need to check for a regular expression. So just add the regex. It's not covered today. It's a Copilot. Here's the regex. Additionally, we can specify a message that we want to display if this rule is violated. So, we describe the nickname. Now, let's do the description. Well, the description has a simple rule. The text, though, is more complex. Yes, there. And you can override the default error message in any of Zod's methods. So here we want to display exactly the same text. But let's see what the default is so you understand why I replace it with some of my messages. So, we saved it. And let's check that our form still validates correctly. Updated. Submitted the form, yes, and they're scolding us. You see here string must contain at least one character. Correct message for username. And here, well, I don't really like it. String must contain at least 100 characters. So I propose to replace it with something custom. Okay, replaced it with this text, and now the text is ours. Done. Zod has a bunch of methods for data validation and typing. You can look them up in the documentation, but don't get too bogged down. Just describe your data structures. And one day, when you realize you need this, such validation, you simply find the required one in the documentation and apply it. That's all. We don't need the old code anymore. Notice how much shorter and more readable it has become. In the future, we'll improve it even further. Essentially, our backend will also have endpoints that need to validate data coming from the backend, and we'll use the same validation code for our data, both on the front and backend. And this is convenient and only available in full stack for those who code in JavaScript or TypeScript. Here, we'll use our power. Well, congratulations to everyone on the validation improvement. Let's move on.